please keep that applause going for Evan Marz.
Keep it going for Charles Manson. That work release program is awesome. I just want to start off by saying that natural disaster that happened recently was absolutely horrible. And what makes it even worse is it's going to affect millions and millions of people for a really long time. And frankly, I don't know if America can ever really recover from Charlie Sheen being fired from 2.5 Men. I think the only way might be is if him and Lindsay Lohan got together for a new must-see TV show called 2.5 Grams. Charlie Sheen says he drinks the blood of a tiger. He forgot to tell you that it has hepatitis C. But who am I to judge? I used to hang out with the wrong crowd when I was younger too. And one Easter weekend we made a Coke run. And on the way back we decided to stop and get some McDonald's, which is not the brightest thing to do when you have an 8-ball in your back seat. And as I pull up to the drive-thru, I'll never forget what my buddy says. He goes, "Hey, you can't eat meat, it's Good Friday." I'm like, all right, I'll just take a McSalad. But those are those good Christian values. But actually, my life's been spiraling out of control lately. I've been drinking excessively, hanging out at strip clubs. I stopped exercising a while ago. And frankly, it's time for a change. I'm thinking crystal meth. Who's with me? March is Women's History Month. Clap it up for all the ladies out there. Now remember your history and get me a beer. Everybody wants their own month now. There's a lot of health months out there. There's February is actually Women's Heart History Month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. November is Irritable Bowel Syndrome Month. That one's always a pain in the ass to remember. So last Thursday was St. Patty's Day, and man, what a great time. Everybody always likes to dress up and be Irish for St. Patty's Day. But you never see anybody wanting to dress up like a tree for Arbor Day. You never see anybody getting dressed up like a landscaper for Cinco de Mayo. And no one wants to be a Jew, ever. I actually did a comedy show a couple weeks ago at a bar, and there was about 25 people who were from an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting who were there, and they weren't drinking, and this is actually pretty common for people in AA recovery. They'll go out to a bar, they won't drink, just to prove to themselves that they can go out and have a good time and not drink. But this doesn't work with all addictions or deviant behavior. In other words, you don't want to have a Pedophiles Anonymous meeting at a child daycare center. Talk about falling off the wagon. Some little kid's gonna fall off his red wagon right onto the lap of a priest. And all you people from Delco know what I'm talking about. Same thing with sex addicts. You can't take Tiger Woods to a Denny's. And you definitely don't want to have a Hoarders Anonymous meeting at a flea market. That would just be bad. But recently, a wave of tsunami jokes has flooded my brain. And although there's nothing funny about what really happened over there, these next couple of jokes are. So actually, scientists recently discovered that the actual cause of the earthquake was Godzilla rolling over in his grave after he found out that Will Smith's son played the new Karate Kid. Do you think the Japanese still put their cell phones on vibrate? The bad news is there's 18,000 Japanese missing. The good news is they're all small enough to fit on one milk container. It's had a horrible impact on their economy over there. I heard the cost of happy endings shot through the roof. Actually, me and Gilbert Gottfried were going to combine all of our tsunami jokes together and make an app for iPhone. Turns out there's already a Jap for that. I feel really bad for the women over there. They can't use vibrators, otherwise they're going to suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Wow. So I've been studying Buddhism recently. And a Buddhist monk once said, "You can never change anyone. You can only love and accept them for who they are. And you can only love and accept yourself for who you are." So now my online dating profile reads, "Narcissistic asshole seeks low self-esteem with daddy issues." But no, I am dating somebody right now, and she's great. I'll never forget the first time I told her I loved her. It was the most special post I ever put on Facebook ever. But she's always trying to get me to do gay shit, like go to karaoke or suck cock. So I wrote this book recently. This is actually true. It was on Howard Stern. It's called Dirty Sanchez Nation, and it's an illustrated sex humor dictionary. And I'll be selling them after the show, and I can guarantee you that 100% of the proceeds are going to go towards Japan, meaning my next happy ending from a geisha girl. So my mother found out about this, and she doesn't know what a dirty Sanchez is. And she's like, "Is that when a Mexican cuts your neighbor's grass and blows the leaves on your yard?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Is that when you go to Taco Bell and you get diarrhea the next day?" So some shit you just got to get off your chest, kind of like the Cleveland steamer. So I told her, I'm like, "All right, Mom, you really want to know? It's a little graphic. It's when you're banging a girl from behind. You stick your finger in her butt, you pull out, you reach around, you give her a little shit mustache." So now she looks like somebody by the name of Dirty Sanchez. The only thing my mother could say was, "Oh, God, back then we used to call it the Tom Selleck." Thanks a lot, guys. That's my time. I'm Evan Marz.